All right. Let's get comfortable. Just allowing yourself to feel held by the chair where you're sitting, or if you're lying on the ground, just allow yourself to feel held and supported. And trust the place where you're sitting, trust in the place where you're lying. And then noticing the breath as it comes in and out of your body. And just notice how the breath comes freely. The body just allows the breath to come as it needs to come. Allow the mind to lay down and allow the body to be breathed. The lungs will naturally bring in oxygen and naturally expel carbon dioxide. We can allow the mind to relax. We don't have to attend mentally to the breath right now. Just allow it to be. And the beautiful thing about the breath is that we are free at any time to intervene if we wish. We can change the breath. So it can be a tool that we can use for a lot of purposes. But it also has its own capacity to work automatically, which is a beautiful function, because if we pass out or something happens, we're not going to stop breathing generally. The breath is going to keep going to keep us alive. So it has this double capacity of being automatic. And at the same time, we can use it and employ it as a gift to experience something else within our being. And you're free to use your breath however you choose. Nobody can tell you how to breathe or what you should do with your breath. You can suggest, but ultimately you get to choose what you do with the breath. It's yours. Notice as you breathe, the body moves in concert with the breath. It's designed in such a way to be able to allow the lungs to open and close down as they need to. So that there's a certain ease that exists between the breath and the body. So the physical body can move as it needs to accommodate the inner workings of your body. all designed with these streams and impulses and pulsation. Just allow your body to have its experience of its streamings and pulsations, its movements, both gross and fine movement. Then bring your attention to the emotional body, the layer of the emotional body, which connects into the physical body. It doesn't exist separately from the physical body, it connects with it. As you notice the movements and the streamings of the inward workings of the physical body, it also connects with the emotional body. Again, not worrying about where the emotional body is or what it's doing, just know that it's there. And in its connection to the physical body, the emotional body also subject to certain pulsations. And within the emotional body, there's the potential for all kinds of emotional experience. Written within and embedded within the code of the emotional body is the capacity for human emotion. And the capacity for certain states of being. So there's a lot of freedom within the emotional body to experience a whole gamut of wonderful experiences. And those experiences appear as signature patterns that can rise or fall at any given time. And those signature patterns are brought together by things we see, by things we feel, by things we sense, by things we hear. There's so much freedom within the design for a multitude of experience. And as we move out even further into our being, there is our mental body. Of course, the mental body connects you to the emotional body and through the physical body. And it too is subject to the movements from the physical and the emotional. Just keep notice your experience. Just keep notice your experience. Within the context of the mental body, there is again encoded with capacity to engage any number of thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes. Again, encoded in your being, encoded in the mental body. There's this capacity. And so you have the freedom to think whatever you want to think, to believe whatever you want to believe, to take whatever attitude you want to take. It's all available to you. And the mental body can also be impacted by the movements in the physical body and in the emotional body. At the same time, it connects up with the level of higher thought. So thought comes in from wherever it is that thoughts come in from. And the thoughts that come into the mental body can also impact the emotional body and the physical body. So we have these feedback loops. And as we move up further into the other layers of our being, they're all impacted. They all impacted with each other. There's connection right out into our seventh energy center and the bodies beyond that all connect right through straight into our physical. Through our entire being, there's connection and there's impact. There's information that's encoded that flows back and forth between all these layers of your being. And then even beyond the furthest layer of your being, there's possibility for other layers of impact into your being at all levels, moving in and out. So you're this pulsating, generating, receiving being. It's an intelligent, beautiful design. You have the capacity through free will to operate with this being that is yours in whichever way you wish, within the laws of existence. Just allow yourself to experience the vibrancy of your being. So much to experience, so much to appreciate, so much to learn, so much to share. So allow yourself to trust as much as you can in the mechanism, this mechanism of your being that allows you to be expansive, light filled, and harmonious in your nature. And allow yourself as much as possible to free yourself from the stories that limit your experience. And having compassion for when you do feel limited and allowing it, experiencing it. And keep noticing your experience. And taking a deep breath in, letting that go when you're ready. Stretching out your body. Stretch your shoulders, stretch your spine. Do some small hip circles where you're sitting or lying down. Just stretch your legs, stretch your arms up towards the sky or up above your head. Stretch your neck. Stretch your face. When you're ready, you can come back into the space that you're sitting with your eyes open. Any questions or comments before we finish up? Anybody find that difficult? No? Okay. Let's come back together then in our circle to just zip it up. Just cast your eyes downward if you want. We'll just take a minute just to come back into the circle before we leave it. Set our space so it's there and available. It's always set actually, but we'll just come back into it and recognize that it's set. It's available whenever you want to come back to it, you can. Just notice yourself, notice your energy as you're about to embark on the next part of your day. Just notice how you're feeling at the level of your body, your mind, your emotions. And then notice the energy in the space. Notice the light. Notice the flow. Just know as you move up that you are free in your being. The world may attempt to make you feel otherwise, but in your essence and in your being, you are free. Inhale deeply, exhale, let it go, and see you next week. Have a great week.
Thanks, Joanna.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everyone.
you.
Good night. See you next
Great,
week.
thanks.
Everyone
Bye,
be
everybody.
Bye. Breathe well. Bye all. Lots of love.